Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean. Last time we finished up pretty much everything there is in the game. I don't think there's much left. There's Super Boss, and then there's Ultimate Bonus Dungeon with Super Boss. So let's start with Super Boss. Anyway, as you can see, I have gained quite a few levels. Oddly enough, I've only probably fought about, 15 or so battles. Maybe. Something like that. You want to know how I did it? Well, not only is this one of the game's super bosses, it's also the best way to level grind in the entire game. Now, I believe Ronixus was... oh, what level was he? He's had... oh, now I've lost all train of thought. He's had training on during this process. I think he went up, over 10 levels. Joshua and Millie, they went up, I think, by 6 levels. In only about 15 battles. That's not bad. That's one every other battle. Radix, I think he gained, like 4 or 5 levels or something like that. Now what I've done is everyone's got at least some amount of points saved up. Not that I need to save them up anymore. I just am somewhat OCD and like having numbers that are close to the same, if not exactly the same. So yeah, there's that. In order to take on the Super Boss, we need some preparations. Oddly enough, I was actually able to beat the Super Boss, which I was surprised at, with the worst party in the game. Surprisingly, somewhat effective in this fight, which is kind of odd. That is when they get off their ass and actually cast spells, instead of, sitting there and getting killed. Which also happens. Okay, as far as equipment goes, we have removed the Aura Sword because the boss absorbs Light Elemental. And so we put on the next most powerful thing, which is, of course, Force Sword. That's fine. Tri-emblems all around for everybody, except for, of course, your stupid, what is this, Feather Ring, which has 5 defense and sucks hard. And Millie is pretty much the same as everyone else there with Tri-emblems. As far as skills, on pretty much everyone, yeah. Meteor Storm, and that's it. Oops. Here we have Meteor Storm and Curing Spells, which might come in handy. Here, we actually learned something while I was leveling. For some of the other characters too, we've got a stronger version of Press now. If you are interested in that, that may help you continue through the battle arena. I'm actually at Tattery, not that I'm going to be doing any more of that, but it is there. You definitely need Millie in this party when fighting this boss, because Raise Dead and Dispel, and the only one who can heal more than 2,000 HP in a single spell. Yeah, she's basically required. You could level up enough so that you don't need to heal, and there are times when I've been untouched through this boss fight. But those times are rare, and usually you're going to end up taking some amount of casualties. Though I didn't... actually, no, I think I game overed once against her, which is easily doable because she's really abusive. Anyway, what else did I learn? You didn't learn anything because you don't learn any more spells. Here we got Light Cross for you, as well as Star Flare, which I've never used. It's Light Elemental, this is not Elemental, and it's more powerful. So let's just keep things as they are. Let's go into skills with Radix before I show off what I've done with him. I have put some additional points in because he had a bunch laying around. Psychology, although that wasn't particularly important, just get him a little more MP. I upped his Patience Perseverance to max, upped his Writing Kitchen and Gale to max. More importantly, I maxed out Link Combo, and there is a specific reason why I want to do this. Some of you may see where I'm going with this. Set Techs. Yeah, I'm gonna stop trying to learn anything. 7-star Twin Slash on everyone on the right side. Yeah, pretty much spam this, win the fight. That's how we're gonna go into this fight. Shock Sword is my second favorite tech. It uses a lot less MP than Twin Slash, and I find it's easy to learn. Does quite a bit of damage, and is useful in many of the situations where 7-star Twin Slash is not. You can learn a whole bunch of other ones. These are the only ones I think I've learned. Have I learned anything else with him? No, I haven't. They're pretty sure there's something with Rift Wave. I'm almost 100% positive there's something for Spirit Blast. I would assume Blaze Sword would have one as well, though I don't think I've gotten it. I know there's one for Flash Whirl, and there's one for Dragon Howl. Now, you can learn these new skills by using the weaker ones over and over again, as I did when I got these two, but these are the two most important in my view. I find they're just more effective than anything else, so I'm going to stick with these ones. I'm not going to bother trying to learn spells, or rather skills, for anyone else. I find it's not particularly effective. You have to use them in battle, and you can't start battles initially with them as your lead character, so it's tedious, it takes time. There are certain exceptions. I'm going to specifically try to get Iria to learn her best one, in my opinion, from what I've seen. Like, I haven't seen everyone's final skills, upgraded skills, because it just takes too long, and I usually beat the game, including the super bosses, long before I would get them all. However, you know, like this one here is a special technique. The Tiger Knuckle uses power of White Tiger. There's a Power Rangers reference there somewhere. To enhance the Hyper Knuckle. Yeah, she's got a better one. I'm going to try and learn it. I don't really know how to learn it. I don't know what it's an addition of. Maybe it's a level-based one. I'm not exactly sure. But I know she has a really, really, really useful one. If I can't learn it on this path, I'll load up one of my other files and show it off eventually. But yeah, so for the most part, I'm not going to bother. A lot of the skills that they have, such as Fear, Marvel, Iria does need some, but Tinnick does not. You know, they have good enough text as is, so they don't really need to learn anything special. You know, I'm going to be spamming Hailstorm for pretty much the rest of the game, as well as Mirror Slice. Mirror Slice costs 0 MP. Oh my god, that is so abusive. Oh, and the reason for that, if you're wondering why it all of a sudden got 0, is as you put points into your school skill, you lower the MP cost of individual text that you use. And I've also done that with Radix here. I upped his, I think, to level 7 there, so that he would use a little less. It's at 25 MP for 7-star Twin Slash now. So anyway, in order to fight this boss, we need to go and use music. We found what we can do with Clarinet number 1. We fight the black slimes there, and that was a good way of leveling a long time ago. Now, let's move on to the main course. Oh, that sound. Torturous memories. Welcome to Gabriel. Now, the reason why the spellcasters are useful in this fight is because they do this, which stuns Gabriel and stops her inner tracks from killing somebody. Because if she hits somebody, they're pretty much dead, except for maybe Radix. I'm going to go untouched in this fight. Yep. I just beat her without being touched. Not really showing off how difficult she is, am I? But that was, I think, money that came in green. It rolled over, and we have 15,000 experience per character with 4 characters in the battle. And yes, we have an option of winning things. She can drop the extravagant sword, the one that we were able to find in the Moor Treasury. Of course, now we have much better weapons, so that's not particularly effective. However, it is actually Fear's best non-elemental weapon in the game. The Force Sword is only 800. As far as non-elemental weapons go, that's her best. This is why I didn't craft her anything other than the Bloody Sword, just to kind of show off that you could do something for her. But she can't craft a better non-elemental weapon, and I don't think she can craft a better elemental weapon than this. So, unfortunately, she's kind of stuck. She has the disadvantage of the Astral Ring, as well as a weaker weapon, but she's still really, really powerful. Mainly because her normal attack is so awesome, not often. That wouldn't make much sense. Anyway, with kind of that showed off, let's show off another battle where I hopefully don't, you know, wipe the floor with her so that, you know, she doesn't even get a chance to hit me. Maybe I'll go after one of the hound forms, which are like balls of energy or whatever. Or we could, you know, she could back off. Normally she comes in and she'll try and annihilate you. Here, I'll let... Okay, I was going to let her use a normal attack on me, or her little aura thing. Would you guys stop that? Would you guys stop that? I'm trying... There you go. See, that's how much damage she can do. And these spells, for some reason, seem to be the only things that can interrupt her you know, invincible aura animation thing there. So yeah, pretty much this is my plan for beating her. You do run out of MP really quickly in this method, so definitely want to run back a lot. Well, there's some armor. That's the other thing you can get from her. Not only can you get the weapons, but you can get the armor. I was hoping I'd be able to show that on screen. Now, Reflex is the one we got in the final dungeon there. Has good defense and elemental absorption. This, instead of the elemental absorption, has Evade. Well, I'm not a particularly big fan of this. It is useful, specifically because you can grind against her pretty much as soon as you learn a couple of spells for melee. It's doable beforehand, especially if you have 7-star Twin Slash, and start spamming it and locking her in place so that she can't, you know, do anything. But you really do need Raise Dead with her, or at very least Dispel and, you know, say Fairy Heal or Fairy Light. You know, one of the two. You know, you need a healing spell and Dispel, or you need to have Raise Dead, because if you have Raise Dead, of course you have the other ones anyway. But yeah, definitely, you're pretty much a requirement for this fight. But yeah, this is the best way to grind for levels in the game, as far as I know anyway. So yeah, let's that. I just like keeping all of my values around the same, so don't judge me. There we go. There we go. Everyone's close to 28 now. 428. Oh, even Renixus is getting up there. Okay. What else did I want to show off? I don't think there's really much else. I'll start into the final dungeon today. Not the final dungeon, the optional dungeon. And the real advantage, I'm not even going to bother switching my party yet. I'll just run through there with this weak party for a little bit here. And then we'll finally settle on a party afterward. We'll talk to you one more time. I don't know what he's talking about by that. There aren't really a lot of stone statues to move. Now, I don't know if you can use the pickaxe in here to retrieve anything, but basically what this area is... Oh shit. Balls! Yeah, I might be getting game over here. Alright. This is not going well. I have nothing to... Come on, she was... Did you see that? Well, that was fun. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Okay, well, I didn't save after those two attempts at fighting Gabriel, but oh well, no big deal. I showed a game over. You guys happy now? You watch me get tortured? I fight the super boss, annihilate her, fight two normal enemies, get, you know, annihilated in, you know, 20 seconds. That's sad. This area is extremely dangerous. There's nobody down here. Basically, what this area is, as far as enemies go, is they're filled with the same enemies we've already seen from before. This is 7-star Shock Sword. Probably shouldn't have used it against somebody who absorbed Lightning Elemental. That was not smart. Probably should have thought that through a little more. But I don't want to waste too much of my MP. That's the one thing you are going to want before coming in here is blackberries. And also magic colors, so you can duplicate blackberries to your heart's content, because you're going to need them. I should have rested at the inn before I came in here, but some of the enemies in the first few floors are very similar to the ones, if not exactly the same as the ones that we found in the previous dungeon, or the final dungeon there. So, yeah. They do tend to drop some blackberries, since that was a long dungeon as well. Not all the time, but sometimes. And my spellcasters are going hog wild on these guys. Okay, apparently they're going to start spamming spells non-stop. They're more effective than I would have expected, but they're not so great for boss fights when it's just a single enemy, other than to stun it and have, you know, Radix just annihilate them. Here we have doors. Empty. I'm just going to tell you right now, 1, 2... Game. I'm trying to explain things here. Alright, I'm going to start fast-forwarding through that, because that takes forever. Oh. First door, second door, third door, fourth door, all contain chests. Open thou in reverse, and the path shall open. Now, I'm trying to remember if I need to... Game! No! Seriously, game? Do not do this to me again. Come on, come on, come on! Ah, this is ridiculous. These guys are extremely annoying. I'll take this if you just die. Now, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't care. I didn't die. Hopefully, well, I know, but eventually we will get past these enemies and they won't be here anymore. So what we have to do is we actually have to close this. When they say do in reverse order or open in reverse order, instead of wasting items, let's just use Millie here. No spells, please. And so, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, unfortunately, Joshua and Millie's experience is not even anymore, but when they say open in reverse order, they mean open the chests in each room, which are all empty, in reverse order. Obviously, the order that you didn't find them in. And got a weird jump glitch cut thingy there, I don't know. But yeah, basically what this area is it's a large dungeon. There are, I think, 30 floors. There we go. And some of them contain little puzzles like this. Others contain the, previous, 3 rooms or whatever that we saw. They're just basically go from door A to door B. There are repeats, but sometimes treasures are in different spots, and this being the case, it's going to be quite difficult for me to remember 30 floors of this dungeon all crammed into my head. So yeah, I'm not going to try and memorize the whole thing. I'm going to try and memorize, 7 or 8 floors. Then I'll take a break and I'll run up and check my map there. Hopefully I'll be able to remember the next 7 floors or so. May not be exactly 7, who knows. But anyway, now we can go past here, and we arrive at floor 5. Let's just finish off you. There we go. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Star Ocean. Next time, we will finish... Well, we're not going to finish anything. We're going to continue through this very, very long super dungeon, bonus dungeon, whatever, and hopefully I will have a more balanced party at that time. This floor is actually kind of complicated, and I think. Yeah, this floor is kind of complicated. Yeah, let's go in here. Well, okay, I'll do one more floor, why not? One more floor. I kind of remember this floor, I kind of don't. I think I had planned to do this floor, and then I forgot that I planned to do it because, like I said, large dungeon, trying to memorize multiple floors while also memorizing biogeography and hazard studies and whatever the hell else I'm taking. Yeah, not particularly effective when I'm trying to cram too many things in my brain all at once. Now I think, yes, Elven Powder. I don't know what that does. I don't care. Now, you may think that it would be useful specifically for these gray dudes to have a ranged attack for Radix, and you would be right. But that's what I like about 7-star Shock Sword, because when you use it, you do hit quite a large range, as you kind of noticed there, perhaps. Yeah, see, this is where we were before, up there. So, we've gotten all the treasures on this floor, as far as I know. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I'm going to be able to do on this floor here. The exit is on the other side, to the bottom right there. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Star Ocean. Next time, like I said before I decided to do a little more, we are going to continue our way through here, and I'll see you guys next time!